Voch is actually like one of the most entertaining people I watch.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
I just got out of jail and I ain't going back. I ain't going back.
You know you like to get wet though.
Beebe's Planet.
Man. We made it. I'm just gonna take this ginger shot real quick, you know what I'm saying? Just to, you know what I'm saying, because you know how we be, you know what I'm saying? Just wanna take this little shot of ginger or some other whatever's in there. Tough. All right. Now that we got the pleasantries out the way and we can proceed, chat, there's an entity that we would be foolish if we didn't give thanks to. Chat, Who is that entity? That group of people? That collective? Conglomerate? Who them people we always got to be grateful for? Man, come on, man. Hey, man. It's a certain feeling when you're back, you know? It's a certain vibe when you back in the saddle, you feel me? When you got to record the audio because you know you got to play it for the stream later. Like it's something different about that feeling, you know? It's something different. You know? When you know you got a game at the end of the week. Did you hear what I said? Y'all ain't hear what I said. You hear me? Escuchar? Who in the chat speaks Spanish? Is there a different way to say listen and did you hear what I said? You know what I mean? Because in English, like listening and hearing is different words, but it's the same thing, kind of. In Spanish, if I go, did you hear what I said? How do I say, did you hear what I said in Spanish? I need to know that moving forward. And French too, if y'all know it. Man, it's something. No, comprende is understand, didn't it? I don't know. Comprehend is comprende. Man, it's just something different about when it's a game at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time we'll be, all right, y'all, leading up to a practice for us to break down. You know what I'm saying? Now we're at the point in the season where we don't even talk about practice no more. I'd be upset if I had to come in here and talk about practice. You know what I'm saying? Escúchame. That ain't it for real. That ain't it. Escúchame. Somebody in the chat say Ozempic, nah, juice, motherfucker. Weights, cardio, Muay Thai. Voch ain't on no Ozempic, player. Voch been on it. What is escúchame? That's how to say it. Did you hear what I said? Escúchame. Man, it's different when you got a game at the end of the week, man. We got the Browns and all that. The Browns coming up. We're going to talk about them at some point. You know what I mean? We're going to give our thoughts and opinions on that. I'm still thinking about how I'm going to structure these shows moving forward, right? Because I don't want to hit y'all with redundancies like we shouldn't be in our running back room, you know? I don't want to hit y'all with redundancies. But one thing I will say is I don't want to say a whole bunch of stuff here and repeat myself later on. And you may be asking, Voch, what you mean repeat yourself later on? Because I just have a feeling that the rest of this season, Brian Broaddus will be joining us. Escúchame. I just got a feeling that Broaddus is always going to be around. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to have to, find a way to just do 2 streams a day and still keep it playing. And yeah, that ain't going to be hard to do at all. So love y'all to pieces. We're going to be phones intensive again. So if y'all want to tap into the show, actually, I can't hold away because I hit y'all with that little right here. If y'all want to tap into the show, I would love to hear from you all, and that may be how we do it throughout the season. The stream shows would be the interactive phone intensive shows, and we'll still give some analysis and Voch opinions and all that. But this will be your way to communicate with the show. And then when Brian Broaddus tap in, that's when we'll give you even more analysis throughout the day. I just won't be able to talk to y'all as much when I'm working with Brian because I'm hosting. I don't think I'm a great host by any means where I could do multiple things at once. So we'll probably still use these live streams as a way to talk back to y'all, because I love talking back to y'all, even when y'all fussing or saying something goofy or Eagles fans. So if y'all want to tap into the show today, the number is 202-926-1127, access code 309104. Okay, my audio's a little rough. Hey man, we're still figuring stuff out as we go. So chat, what's wrong with the audio so I can fix it? Let me see. Is that better with the audio? Is that better? Audio straight now? Let me know. Escuchame. Voch, not gonna lie, a bunch of content guys just repeat what you and Sky say. That ain't my business. That ain't my business. Sometimes I don't repeat what nobody. Okay, so that's fair. But yeah, just shout out to anybody, man. Shout out, hey man, I love everybody, dog. Do what you think. You know what I mean? I actually wish I was thinking about this the other day, and I was gonna say it publicly. I haven't found time to say it publicly, but I was actually hoping, or I was actually excited to say publicly that I wish more people would react to more cowboy content. I think that there is a large market for that because I'm heavy into the streaming side. I'm heavy into Twitch and all that, and I try to bring elements from Twitch to YouTube and all that. So like when you hear about raids and shit like that, I ain't saying I invented raids, but you know, just me being involved in like Twitch culture, I know what raids are, and I've brought raids here. Let me tell you something. I would love it if some cowboy content creators, or just if you're not a cowboy content creator and you aspire to be a cowboy content creator, a great way to get started is to react to other cowboy content creators. Now, don't be like them goofy people on TikTok and shit that be reacting to a video. Like their idea of reacting to a video is just them sitting in the video like this. And you may be like you may say 5 or 6 words. Nah, I'm a copyright strike your ass if you do some shit like that. But if I legitimately say some thought-provoking shit and you have an opinion on it, I don't mind anybody taking a clip of what I said and reacting to it and having a really good thought on something that I said to you. You know what I mean? I think that's a fantastic avenue that I think cowboy YouTube content hasn't gone in just yet. And maybe I got to kick it off. Maybe I got to react to people. I don't know. Even though that's what we've been doing in Salt and Pepper Lounge or whatever, but I don't know. Just my thoughts on that. I got some audio for y'all today. If y'all want to tap in with that, hold on. Let me hit this button here. All right, cool. We got that straight. I got some audio that I just kind of want to run around y'all today. I got Cooper Beebe, I got Maris Leofold, and I got Demo. They had some locker room availability, and I thought they said some things that were pretty interesting. Let me say this: I love when media asks weird questions or goofy questions, and the players have a visible disgust in their face for your question. I love that. You know, when clearly these players aren't always people and you want them to elaborate, but they not people that like fully elaborate on questions like that. You know, they really just want you to take the answer that they give you and move on. Like if y'all keep fighting for clarity and they look at you crazy, I love when Kalen Carson and some of these other players look at you like you damn crazy. But hey, we'll take that as we get there. You know, let's get one call in, then we're gonna get to the audio. We got TC from Vegas. Let's see what he's talking about. What up, TC?
Hey, what's going on, Voch? How you doing?
What's up, player? What you got for the show?
Not much. I just got something quick for you. If Kalen Carson does well in lieu of Deron Bland being injured, when Deron Bland comes back, who do you see starting at nickel?
I think that's a very great question of you, sir. And I think that's very tough. I think that's very tough, and I think that's a hell of a pickle that you find yourself in. Preemptive pause if necessary, but that's a good pickle to be in. Did you hear what I said? No. Escuchame. I don't know if that's a preemptive pause or not, but that's a good ass pickle to be in, Paul. So, you're basically saying you got too many corners that can play. You know what I'm saying? To your point though, somebody got to move. It just comes down to, I think when Bland comes back, Bland's going to play regardless, whether he's the outside guy or whether he's in the nickel. I just think that's obvious, right? So I think what it comes down to is you have to decide who's playing better, Kalen Carson on the outside or Jordan Lewis at the nickel. Who's better? And if Kalen Carson is playing better as an outside guy, I think it'll be smart to put Deron Bland in the nickel because I think that's where Deron Bland's home is. To where if if Jordan Lewis is playing much better than Carson is at nickel, then you just put DaRon Bland back at outside. So that's how it'll be. Plus, there's going to be packages to where, all right, when we go nickel, DaRon Bland will go line up at nickel. But if it's only two cornerbacks on the field, then Kalen Carson will come off, and then DaRon Bland will just go play outside or something. You see what I'm saying? So there's always ways around it. But that's a phenomenal question. The Cowboys will have to answer for that when it's time.
No, appreciate your answer. Thanks so much.
All right, appreciate you, TC. Good call. All right. That's a good pickle to be in. It's kind of crazy, huh, Chad? I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, man, call into the show, 202-926-1127, access code 309-104. All right, let's get into some audio. Let's run this audio for the cardio. All right. There we go. Man, y'all know I love Cooper Beebe to pieces, boy. Cooper Beebe is gonna make the interior strong again. Man, Cooper Beebe has some locker room availability, and of course, I think we're all gonna have our struggles and things of that nature. It's gonna be a road game. It's gonna be a loud environment, and the first place that you could run into issues with that is at center, especially when your center's brand new and fresh out the box. I don't think Cooper Beebe has any issues moving people or being stronger than people. It's all about the shoulder up activity when it comes to Cooper Beebe. So that's one thing we're gonna have to talk about. And maybe on tomorrow's show we can do that. We'll talk about the interesting things to talk about when it comes to like rookies that have to play. You know what I mean? Of course, we're a team and a franchise that's used to rookies playing. Like we often play our rookies, but we forgot what good rookies look like because our last year's rookie class did nothing. They didn't do a damn thing, and a lot of them ain't even here no more. But that last year's rookie class is such a contrast to this year's because it's like they're all doing something except for Nathan Thomas and Flournoy, maybe on teams or something like that. But I don't think he's going to be playing much receiver for you immediately unless something happens to you. Like everybody is going to be doing something. Justin Rogers got cut. I don't think he wanted to be here. I reached out to some people. Can I say this about Justin Rogers? Chat. Can I say something about Justin Rogers real fast? I heard that when Justin Rogers was on the streets, I heard the Cowboys actually wanted Justin Rogers back, and they reached out. They said, "Hey, we'd love to have you back." And Justin Rogers was simply like, "Nah." This ain't like a situation with Isaiah Land, right? Y'all remember Isaiah Land? Ended up playing for the Colts because that money is so different when you're on an active roster, right? So Isaiah Land on our practice squad making less than $38 a year, going to go play on an active Colts roster, he's probably into the high 100,000s or like close to the millions or something like that now. So that money's totally different. Isaiah Land going to go play for the Colts is like different. Justin Rogers did not want to come back to this practice squad where he makes like $50,000 a week or something. He didn't want to come back here because he wanted to go to another practice squad in Cincinnati where he makes the same money. And it was like, yeah, man, we wanted Justin Rogers to come back. My source talked to 3 other sources, not Brian Bros, by the way, but it's a whole different source. He said, yeah, we wanted Justin Rogers back. He just didn't want to come back. It was confusing and it was weird. And me and Broadus asked the source, and that's why I made it clear it's not Broadus, but me and Broadus asked the source that I'm talking about that asked the other dude. We asked him, like, man, do you think it was just because it was, like Zimmer and Coach Z is just, tough and he wanted to go somewhere else? Or do you think he wanted to try to get some playing time somewhere? Because he's just on another practice squad just practicing. He's just in Cincinnati or something. And it was like, nah, man, it's just weird. It's just weird that he just didn't want to come back. And I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing else, but I wonder what that's about. Anyway, all your rookies gonna have to do something for you. this year. They're all going to have to step up and play. TG, Nealon, Beebe, Louisville. I missed somebody. Nealon, Beebe. Who the other third round pick? Don't tell me. Nealon. Okay, it was Louisville. So Nealon, Beebe, Louisville, Carson, Justin Rogers gone, Nate's on IR. Florida Noise probably gonna be chilling. So most of these rookies you're gonna be needing them, bro. So I think it's good that the locker room asked some of these questions, some of them. But they asked Cooper Beebe. I forgot what the hell they asked him, but this Cooper Beebe talking about Dak Prescott right here. Just here we go. Coop said this.
Get together a lot, but I think he has a lot of trust in me, just knowing the offense. And the good thing is he's my ultimate corrector. If he sees something different than I do, he can always correct me. And that's one of the things that gives me confidence. I can go up there, give a point, and I know I have a check and balance to get us right.
Toxic Tom say, didn't you say Rodgers played better than Mozzie this offseason? I think Mozzie's flashes were much higher, but I think there's a lot of people. Chad, we need like a signal. You know what I'm saying? We need like a signal. Chad, let's all come together and like figure it out, right? Because y'all never know who's watching me for real. Somebody may be watching right now, but we need a signal for, hey, I heard this, but I'm gonna publicly act like I didn't hear this. Okay. So let's figure that out as a family, so y'all can know when I'm like how I'm talking to y'all when I'm talking to you. But like maybe it's like I do a little circle on my eye and just look at y'all crazy. Hey man, there was a lot of people that felt like Justin Rogers played better than Mozzie Smith. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Of course they kind of close. They're kind of close, and to be fair, you don't want those two players to be close. You don't want a first and a seventh round pick to be close. In my personal opinion, Mozzie had higher flashes. Justin may have been more consistent, but man, there are some people that just flat out feel like that Justin Rogers was just better than Mozzie. Some people just flat out felt that way. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was a real conversation. So Toxic, to your point, maybe just kind of like you saying that to me, maybe Justin Rogers felt like he was better than Mozzie, but he left here because politics were involved, and Mozzie just got the nod anyway. That could be a thing. So I don't know. Mr. Jab said a wave and a Thick Flair says stoplight and an ear. Hallelujah said do this. I like that a little bit. I kind of like the little hey man, just look around, just cover my eye. Rub your nose twice with your index finger. I go, yeah, man. Some people think that. I like that. Pop my collar. So we cut the better player. Got it. Cue the politics. Click my heels. Y'all can't see my heels. Yeah, chat. How about this? I want y'all to vote for it. We either gonna do the cover the eye and look at you, and look right at you, or the two nose flips with the index finger. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's play this BB clip again. Secret codes. Cause boy, chat, let me tell you something. I'm learning some shit, boy. The two nose wipes or monocle. Yeah. The monocle eyes. But I'm just gonna say circle eyes in case somebody don't know what the hell monocle is. Or circle eyes. Kind of like the Monopoly man. Alright. Should we do? Yeah, because it's kind of like we're using a magnifying glass to like search for some more evidence or something like that. All right, to be fair, I was reading comments. I wasn't even listening to what the hell Cooper Beebe says. He said this about Dak Prescott.
Get together a lot, but I think he has a lot of trust in me, just knowing the offense. And the good thing is he's my ultimate corrector. If he sees something different than I do, he can always correct me. And that's one of the things that gives me confidence. I can go up there, give a point, and I know I have a check and balance to get us right.
I got to check and balance to make this right. I think that was a big thing people were worried about with Beebe is, can he line up? Can he make the calls? Can he do all this kind of stuff? I think a lot more people have the mental capacity than you think to do it. I was able to do it. And me putting myself in football, in like pro football shoes now, I still think I could line up and make the calls. I probably won't be able to block one text, but lining up and making the calls isn't that difficult. But if there's a world where Cooper Beebe wasn't fully able to make that call, then Dak Prescott can make the call for him, or Dak can correct him, or Travis Frederick. Damn, Zach, I'm reading comment. Zach Martin can correct him, and Tyler Smith can correct them. So there was a lot of people that was worried about Beebe being able to make calls and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue, and Cooper just said it because he got 3 people that can kind of fix him if he's wrong. Tyler on one side, Zach on the other side, Dak in the backfield. Okay, so that's a pretty good party there. Mr. Monopoly is right because it's politics. Damn, dog. I like to circle eyes a little more, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like to circle eyes a little more. And then when y'all see me circle eyesing or whatever, y'all could put the circle eye, the monocle man emoji in the chat or whatever, right? That'll be a fun way to, maybe we'll do both. Y'all just gotta pay attention. Y'all just gotta pay attention. Circle eyes way better. Yeah. The nose wipe is too obvious. Okay. So cool. We'll just use both. We'll use both. But how about this to make it fun? When I do the monocle eye, y'all do the monocle emoji. And when I do the, hey man, I heard y'all got to put nose wipes in there too. All right, put the nose wipes in there too. Man, Cooper Beebe went on to double down on Tyler Smith and Zach Martin and what it means for both these guys to be playing next to him. Man, Beebe said this.
I mean, I couldn't ask for anybody better. Honestly, those 2 guys, they're true professionals, and that's one of the nice things is, if we get a weird look or something, I can ask those dudes like, hey, what do you think on the ID here? And there's been times, Zach has corrected me, Tyler's corrected me, so it's nice kind of having those checks there right next to me. Your parents and your girlfriend.
I wonder what Brock Hoffman thinks of all this. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point Brock Hoffman walked in and he was like bona fide guy, like he was the dude, and one draft can kind of change everything. One draft will change everything quickly. You know what I'm saying? And he gets the cosign and all that, and he gets the prop up from Solari. And look, man, I know Solari feel away. I know Solari feels away. Keeping it a buck with you, right? Because I'm sure somebody had to go over somebody's head to make that call. And if there was this clip floating around on Twitter, I'll see if I can find it. There was a clip floating around on Twitter, and it was basically Cooper Beebe saying that Mike McCarthy called me into his office or something, that he walked up on me, and he was like, yeah, man, Coach Mike told me that the job was mine and I was excited and life was good and all that kind of shit, man. I was like, man, dog, so this had to have been like a McCarthy call, you know what I'm saying? And I just wonder how that make other people feel. Chat, just confirm or not. Can y'all hear this?
Coach McCarthy brought me in, talked one-on-one.
Can y'all hear that? Could y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that. Let me know if y'all just heard that small little. You could. Okay, cool. This is on Twitter. Cooper Beebe said this. Actually, I can. Yo, chat. Let me tell you something. When I tell you I'm going to be integrating all kind of work into the stream this year, man, I'm just trying to make this stream as fire as it could possibly be, man. I'm telling you, man. I just want this stream to be better than. I'll just say this. Here's Cooper Beebe.
Coach McCarthy brought me in, talked one-on-one, and told me, the job was mine. It was just kind of a unreal experience. You know, I was super excited, and, you know, my season starts here in a week, so super excited for it. Coach McCarthy brought me in, talked one-on-one.
Coach McCarthy brought me in. We spoke one-on-one. Man, I wonder how, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how some people feel about that. I wonder if anybody just wasn't feeling the idea that, hey, man, you know, I picked the guys here, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. And I wonder what an override would have. Like, if an override were to happen, what would an override look like? Chat, I'm just big ass curious when things like this happen. I just got all kinds of questions, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Cooper Beebe is indeed the guy. And if there's anybody that you want on either side of you, you want Zach Martin there, you want Tyler Smith there. As long as Cooper Beebe can do the shoulder up things, as long as Cooper Beebe can you know, take care of his business, making the calls and snapping properly, man, we finna be strong in the middle. If y'all want to call into the show, the number is 202-926-1127, access code 309104. Man, man, is you crazy? Mike ain't playing around this shit. Mike ain't fucking around with these people, man. He got weed. Hey, yo, look, you can't miss shows. All shots out to you. Let me see who else we got. Cool, nothing there. All right. Man, they asked Louisville. Man, what? They actually asked Louisville many things, and Louisville did confirm he's going to be playing the will. Overshown also confirmed he's going to be playing the will. So that's like 3 linebackers that are confirmed that they're going to be playing the will. Basically saying that Kendricks is going to be full-time Mike, and there's going to be a rotation of these other linebacker guys. I felt that way for a while, but then Louisville came out and, you know, confirmed it, and Kendricks came out and confirmed it. Even Zimmer came out and confirmed it, so that's cool. But Louisville kind of had this quote, and it was basically Zimmer's message to the linebackers, right? Because they was just asking. And this is what Zimmer's message is to the linebackers via Maris Louisville.
Especially for me, Coach Zim would just say to me, just cut it loose. Let him do the thinking, and when we get to game time, just go out there and have fun.
Chat, what that mean? Chat, what that mean? Let me do the thinking. Chat. You know, man, I don't want to be corny or nothing, man. I don't want to just be like every time Zim does something that's impressive, I don't want to just poo-poo on Dan Quinn and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that guy. But Chad, what that mean? Let me do the thinking.
Especially for me, Coach Zim would just say to me, just cut it loose. Let him do the thinking, and when we get to game time, just go out there and have fun.
Let me tell you why nose wipe's not gonna work for the secrets. Because sometimes I just like to do that. Sometimes I like to just, you know, grab a look. Sometimes I just like to, you know what I mean? I do a lot of fucking around with my face, so nose wipes ain't gonna work. So officially that's gonna have to be it. And I look, somebody else in the chat said is the obviousness of it. Like the clear, we're not keeping a secret here, but just, man, what they mean when they, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to, it's definitely gonna have to be this, the monocle. Hey man, monocle wins. I might actually get a monocle or like a magnifying glass or something and go, man, what y'all thought Dak meant when he said fuck Jerry Jones? What you thought Dak meant when he said that? No, fellas, Dak didn't say that. Ladies and gentlemen, because we got women watching too, because they love Voch. No, he didn't cuss Dak out for real. I was being hyperbolic, but y'all understand my point. But Louisville and Zimmer and them. Chat, do y'all think Dan Quinn was a big thinker? I'll ask it like that just to keep from being messy. Do y'all think Dan Quinn was like a big thinker or a big scheme and schematics guy? Or do you think that we just kind of lined up and the good guys had to win us games? A lot of people saying no. I agree, because it was almost blatantly obvious that we played a lot of man for a reason, because we just got good man cover corners, you know. Micah Parsons was really good as a pass rusher, right? So instead of having to think a whole bunch, you'll just put Micah Parsons down at the line of scrimmage and just keep him there and just let him go and be talented. D-Law is really good in B-gap. They ain't even scheming, right? Just put him in B-gap. Just let him do his thing. And we knew that was the case when guys would come out and be like, yeah, we made our own stunts. What you mean? You would call your own stunts sometimes. You would make your own gap exchanges sometimes. And that'll be where a lot of our busted plays come from. Guys just making their own damn stunts or just calling their own number on things like that, right? Like, I wonder, chat, this is a better question, right? How often did the Cowboys players do shit and Dan Quinn just had no idea that this was going on? That's the big difference here, right? I don't want y'all down there thinking. Quinn may come out and be like, hey, yeah, man, we don't want to think too much. We just want to play free. But they did think a lot. Michael would think, go to D-Law and be like, hey, you do this and I'll do this. That's them thinking. The first thing Zim said when he got here was like, hey, man, we cutting out all that little goofy little, you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all taking matters into your own hands. Man, Zimmer said that. I don't want y'all taking the game into your own hands like that. Let me dial it up so there can be a big picture here, or some level of, you know, context or continuity to the play call. And don't just be like, oh, you feel like this is a great time for you to be stunned, so you just gonna call a stunt. No, let me think. I'm the defensive coordinator. I'm the captain here. Man, I love that shit, man. Just play that shit one more time. What do you say?
Especially for me, Coach Zim would just say to me, just cut it loose. Let him do the thinking, and when we get to game time, just go out there and have fun.
Man, just go play, man. Let me do the thinking, man. Quit playing so much, dog. Quit. I do know this for sure. Some people were dissatisfied with their roles. Some people were dissatisfied with what they were asked to do. And it's crazy how I got this source. Like this source was, don't ask how I got this source is like 5 people deep. Honestly, I promise. Some people were pretty dissatisfied with their roles. And there may be enough evidence out there to where you guys can like piece it together on your own. But I wonder if that came from a lack of creativity with the players in those roles. I wonder. So hearing Zimmer put his foot down on that, right? Like, hey, man, we're not finna. Even if you listen to Mike Zimmer, he was on 105.3 The Fan. It was during training camp or something like that. Tell me if y'all heard this. But Zim was talking about Micah. And he was like, yeah, man, you know, Micah got some really good ideas, man. Micah came to me and we talked, and Micah's got some really good ideas that he want to do. Micah's a brilliant player. He got some good ideas. But if they good, we gonna keep them. And if they not, we not. Did y'all hear Zimmer say that? Look at the chat. Did y'all hear Zimmer say that? Zimmer said Micah's a brilliant player and he got some great ideas. And if I think they're good ideas, we gonna keep them. And if not, then not. Zim said that on 105.3. Boy, that roll over seniority a mug, ain't it? when you got enough seniority to call your own plays, that's crazy, ain't it? Chain of command. Thank you, Toxic Tom. Sajid says, is there a clip of that? Shit, man. Voch love y'all to pieces. Give me 30 seconds while I play Demo talking about running quarterbacks. So DeMarvin Overshown, 105.3 The Fan videos. DeMarvin Overshown, back when he was in Texas, he was used as a quarterback spy type player a lot. He was a very explosive quarterback spy type player. And if y'all don't miss shows, then you heard me say that. Like when we first drafted Demo, like one of the first things I noticed, like just looking at his film, like, oh man, we're gonna use him to deal with Jalen Hurts a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be used to handle that Hurts role a bunch. You know what I'm saying? And hearing him say that.
That's always one thing about a running quarterback. They scary. They able to improvise when things don't go right there in that play. So we definitely got some stuff cooked up for those situations, and that's one of my specialties, getting out the quarterbacks that like to lead a pocket. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Hey, man, look, man, Watson ain't even good for real. Shut up. Shut up. Man, Watson ain't even good for real, dog. Watson will let you sack him. Watson played like 6 games last year or something like that and got sacked like 14 times. Oh, man, give me some of that, bro. Let's see.
And the way that you do things, and then you start to take a look at the players and see what their strengths are and their weak coach penalties, which we don't. We try to
offenses that you said that's been the most difficult thing league wide for defenses.
The teams are doing now with the real fast. Honestly, there's a deal that I've always said. When I sit down and I watch film, they're a tool, but it's just if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, you're not too smart. But he's a fun guy to be around. Very, very athletic.
Seeing from Sam so far in the offseason,
has been doing good as well.
Speaking of Nylander, specifically your second round pick there, what have you seen as
to do? And he's done a really.
I saw the Dallas Cowboys social team put out a video yesterday where they asked the players, "What's your favorite
reputation?" What do you say?
I don't really know. I think I'm going to be myself, and it's just.
Zem, do you like coffee or do you like tea?
It's just different.
I think we should just ask
coach here without a single interception.
If I pull the ball down,
where's that Micah clip?
I have to say, thing there is when you got to go make some plays.
During OTAs, he was talking about the idea of getting ready to play in your defense and get the opportunity to do some different things schematically. He said, Coach Zimmer's going to have some thoughts about how I need to play, and I'm going to have my thoughts, and we're just going to need to meet in the middle. What does that look like for you?
Well, we've sat down like every morning. We sit down and we come in there and we talk about things, and he's a very, very smart guy. He's brilliant, and he has some good ideas, and if they're good ideas, we'll implement them. And when you have a puzzle piece like him who can do so many different things, we're going to try to not allow the offense to know where he is all the time, and I think that's a big part of kind of what he's saying. So it's been great, sitting down with him, getting to know him, and so we're excited to go from there.
Coach, thank you.
So, man, you can basically put your thinking cap on and just kind of figure out what's being said here. You can just kind of figure out what's being said here. Hold on, what's the first thing he said here? He said Micah came to the table with a lot of ideas. What
does that look like for you?
What did he say?
Well, we've sat down like every morning. We sit down and we come in there and we talk about things, and he's a very, very smart guy. He's brilliant, and he has some good ideas, and if they're good ideas, we'll implement them. And when you have a puzzle piece like him,
Micah Parsons during OTAs, he was talking about the idea of getting ready to play in your defense and get the opportunity to do some different things schematically. He said, Coach Zimmer's going to have some thoughts about how I need to play, and I'm going to have my thoughts, and we're just going to need to.
I'm going to have my thoughts. Coach is going to have some ideas on how I need to play, and I'm going to have some thoughts. Now, I do think that Coach Zimmer handled this with flying colors, because you do have to treat superstar players a little differently than you treat some of your bottom of the roster guys. That's just fair. But at some point as a coach, you do have to keep control. And Michael walked through the door and be like, hey, man, we doing this, and this. Hey, man, that Micah kid is smart, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, man. And basically what I'm hearing is if Micah think it's smart, it's kind of something I've thought of before. You know what I mean? Like, and to be fair, I don't think there's a lot of trailblazing shit that we can do differently in terms of Micah usage that I can't come up with. I think as a chat box, right? As a collective chat box, we can all figure out what's a good way to use Micah differently, right? I don't think there's a whole bunch that Micah can come to Mike Zimmer about and be like, hey, use me creatively, XYZ, 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 right? And Zim said, man, you know, hey, man, Micah's a smart dude, man. Yeah. And look, if he got some good ideas, man, yeah, we'll talk about it. You know, we'll figure it out if he's got some good ideas. You know what I'm saying? But if Mike on that bullshit, we ain't doing it. You feel me? We ain't doing it. So it is what it is. Make you think Micah was coaching Quinn. There's no way Micah was coaching Quinn. It couldn't have been. Because Micah would be in a 4-point stance versus Trent Williams. And you know what I'm saying? Running head up with him in the run game stuff. There's no way Dan Quinn was listening to Micah. And maybe that's something that Micah was upset with Dan Quinn about. His creativity and his usage and his ability to be moved all over the defense or something like that. I don't know. That could be something that he's upset about. I don't know. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into the phones. If y'all want to call in, you know what to do. JR on the phone. Let's see what he's talking about. What up, JR?
Boss, what's good, baby?
What's good with your boss, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. We won. We here. You know what I'm saying? I've been off all day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing but play Madden. It feels so good. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
you know, of course, on my Madden, Cowboys 16 no, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But that's neither here nor. One thing I do want to get into that you just said that sparked this comment that I've heard before about Jason Garrett. Some of our previous commentators and followers and insiders of the Cowboys organization, when they were speaking about Jason Garrett, they always talked about how smart he was when they were critical of him, which is alarming because if we're talking about how smart someone is, but we're giving critical feedback, what that means is that you're using your intellect as a weapon against the other people in the room. So when these folks bring you contrary ideas to what you see, what you believe, what your vision is, you're shooting it down. And for Zimmer to get on the radio and openly admit, I'm taking cues, I'm taking advice, I'm taking ideas from our star defensive player is a big win because what that communicates is that he knows he's not the smartest in the room, and he's willing to partner with anyone who's going to put our players in the best position to make plays. And I think that's a win off the bat because what it sounds like when we go back and listen to some of the comments that, you know, Micah Parsons was making, I can only run the plays that they tell me to run. You know, don't look at me. You know, when somebody hit that, don't look at me. You know what I'm saying? You already know what they thinking. And it sounds like, man, Dan Quinn might have had a little bit of that Jason Garrett in him.
Shouts out to Fusty King. I take his talking point all the time, whether I'm on like Bleacher Report or just whatever I'm doing. I take his talking point and I'd be like, you know, Foot said this, but I'll be like, you know, shouts out to Fusty King, but he said that Micah Parsons was so talented that it made Dan lazy. And I just agree. I thought that was such a bomb that he dropped. And, you know, and Dan did that with more than just Mike. I think he did that with D-Law. I think he did it with Trey and Bland. Like, hey, these guys are healthy, just line them up and let them rock. He doesn't have to scheme too much, which is why what Maris Luafau said, it just kind of jumped out to me, man. Zimmer said, let me do all the thinking. Let me concentrate on this, and y'all just go out and, you know, play with your hair on fire, you know?
And that sets up this point, and I'll end it with this. We had games during the Dan Quinn era where it seemed like nothing we could do. We could never figure the offense out. The offense always had us figured out. They set us where we want. They get us, move us where we want, move our good players where they want on the field, and boom, they would attack us, and they would win every drive, or seemingly almost every drive. I go back to the Buffalo game. I think that was last year, the Buffalo game. The end of the Miami Dolphins game that we played, that we actually lost, you know, and C-Lamb had a fantastic game that game, you know. How many times facing the 49ers? You see what I'm saying? Like, we would have those games where it's like, man, we can't figure these guys out, and they got us figured out. I think that may have been part of the reason. Just let our best players go out there and let them beat the other guy, but they got tape on them, and they got the flaws, and they got their tendencies, and the best guy ain't the best guy if he's able to be figured out, because everybody's going to have a tendency. You see what I'm saying? So he wasn't setting our guys up to be the best, to shield them from that. I think Zimmer's going to come in and change that. At least I hope. That's all I got, Voch. Love you, man.
Appreciate it, JR. Good call, man. Good call. Just give y'all a little rundown on what's happening here. After we leave here, I'm gonna run over to twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. We're gonna have a little non-football over there, play some Wukong, watch some videos, and just kind of kick it. Then later on today, we're gonna chat with Brian Bross. That'll be fun, and we're probably gonna be breaking down Browns or something like that. So tap in with us. Do we have any more calls? We do not.
The conference has been locked.
It's all good with me. Boom, boom. Let's get into it. Supers. Hey, man, shouts out to y'all that just don't miss shows. I ran a test the other day, man, and boy, people came through for the test and watched it. They watched the damn test, man. Like, god damn. Wukong dope, man. I'm about to get on there as soon as we leave here. As soon as we get off here. Let's see. What the hell going on? Wait. No, that's you. There we go. Supers. Super. Let me see. No, let me just make a whole nother window capture just for supers. Let's do that. Supers. We're gonna make a window capture just for us. Well, do it again, motherfucker. I be mad at my computer, man, when it just don't do what I tell it to do. Just do what I said. Escúchame. Chill what I said. All right, so let's get rid of. Pardon me doing this on the fly. I thought I did this the other day, but I ain't do it right. Yeah, get you out of there. All right. And we're going to close you down. Because I actually want to put the supers on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the supers. I want to put them on the screen. There they go. I want to put the supers on the screen. So we can see what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Sick of this, man. Sick of that. He a fan. Deshaun Watson, he a fan. Alright. Here we go, lock you in. Alright. Let's run it. Supers. And I'll hit refresh just in case anybody came in late. I know how that go. Mr. Jab, wait, let's okay, so from the test episode, Sadiqa dropped 40 in the super chat and I ain't even see it. So thank you so much, Sadiqa. She dropped a 40 in there. Loving this vibe. It is well needed. Thank you, Vachi. Thank you so much, ma'am. We was in there playing some jazz. And look, man, y'all just can't miss shows, man. Even when we running a test that I didn't expect y'all to show up for. You just cannot miss shows, man. It's just the rules. Mr. Leotis dropped a dime. I said Leotis. He dropped a dime in the super chat and said, yeah, appreciate you. We are back indeed. You know what I'm saying? Week 1 and all that. And look, we are doing the watch along Sunday. So if y'all not tapped in, please do. We are doing the watch along and the post game show right here on YouTube. And we're doing it on Bleach Report. So tap in with us. And Mr. Jab dropped a deuce and says, who you think scores the first touchdown of the season? You know, Bleacher Report actually asked us to do a little exercise, and it was supposed to happen on Monday, and I missed it because, man, I don't be tapped in with everything be going on with Bleacher Report. But yeah, I said Schoonmaker was gonna catch the first touchdown. You know, they were gonna focus on Trey, and they were gonna focus on Ferguson. That Schoonmaker was probably gonna be wide open in the back of the end zone because ain't nobody thinking about him. So that's what I ended up picking. NFL, there we go. That's what I ended up picking, you know. So yeah, Mr. Jab, I got Schoonmaker. Appreciate you for dropping a deuce. Anybody else? Do I got anybody else? That's everybody. Appreciate it. Hey man, look, Myron holding up the money. That's the meme of the year for us, man. That's the meme of the year for us, all right? I'm sure Marcus Hardison ain't here because I ain't seen him all day. I'm sure he's working. So we don't have to call upon him or anything like that, but we'll just end the show right there. Chat, I love y'all to pieces, man. Appreciate y'all. We are back on our regular schedule. We didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because this technically isn't like a typical Monday. Typical Mondays, we recap the game that we just played the day before. We didn't have a game, so it is what it is. So we're just gonna roll out right here. Today was Tuesday, and then Wednesday and Thursday we're probably gonna get hyper focused on the Browns. I don't know what it's gonna look like exactly, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right, Sawadi Cop. The Twitch handle is twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. I'm about to run over there right now. We're gonna kick it, do some non-football stuff, and play some Wukong until it's time for me and Brian Bros to do our work. All right, y'all hold it down for the Doski Walls and Peace Squeeze, man. Until next time, salute. Breaking news: Kayla Von Chason just got cut.